Good morning. It is my pleasure to welcome everyone to the induction ceremony of the William M. Lloyd chapter of the National Honor Society. Please rise and recite with me the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated.
The emblem of the National Honor Society is the keystone and the flaming torch. The keystone bears at its base the letters CSLS, which stand for the four cardinal principles of this organization: character, scholarship, leadership, and service. As the keystone keeps the perfect arch and everlasting stability, so must our education be kept true to the purpose of the life represented by the virtues in this emblem. The flaming torch is the emblem of our purpose. From the earliest times, the torch has been a symbol of knowledge. Unlit, it has no power to lead. But with the touch of a match, it becomes a vital and beautiful flame. Likewise, the knowledge that lies buried in books or hidden in the mind is valueless until it is revealed for the use of men. This truth to lead, that others may follow in the light, to keep burning from a high ambition for all of us to follow and to serve these purposes are symbolized in the torch.
I light the white candle of character. I light the white candle of character. Each of the four pillars of the National Honor Society play a vital role in shaping who we are as students and as people we strive to be in our world today. But most of all, character is the one that helps to define the foundation of it all. Character is not something that can be measured through our grades, athletic or activity achievements, trophies, or leadership titles. It is not about being the perfect or the most popular student, or even always saying the correct thing. Character is built through our own choices, the quiet, everyday decisions that help to reflect who we are as humans. It can stem from the honesty to admit when we've made a mistake, or the strength to stand up for what is right, even when no one may agree, or the humility to treat every individual you encounter with respect. John Wooden once said, "Be more concerned with character than reputation. Character is what you are, reputation is what people think you are." In our lives today, character can be seen in moments that may go unnoticed by our peers, such as choosing to help one who is struggling or standing up for what is right. It is how we act when no one is watching. Those small acts of character can build who we are, the kind that cannot be taught in our very own GCMS classrooms, but through our experiences and reflection on past events. Character is a thread that holds everything together. It gives growth to our success and helps to turn our achievements into something that will last a lifetime. As we look around this room, we see students who have worked hard academically, served within our GCMS community, and led with a purpose inside and outside of the classroom. What truly unites us is our character, our willingness to do what is right, to lift others up, and continue to represent GCMS with pride. Being inducted into the National Honor Society is not just an honor, it is a responsibility. It means continuing to show character even when it is challenging or difficult, in the classroom, on and off the field, through our online presence, and in our everyday lives. It means being the person that others can depend on, the one to lean on in times of need, and trust through thick and thin. So as many of us take this step, remember that character is a legacy that we leave here at GCMS. Years from now, people may forget our grades, honors, and titles, but they will remember how we impacted others and the example we set for the future Falcons of GCMS. Let's be the examples others look to for what integrity and character truly means.
I light the red candle of service. I light the red candle of service. A passionate leader once said, "Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country." John Fitzgerald Kennedy's inaugural speech, 1961. JFK embodied service through his actions and policies, such as the Cuban Missile Crisis, leading us away from a nuclear war, and the establishment of the Peace Corps in 1961, that sends volunteers, people who willingly give their time to provide service, to assist in developing nations in the areas of education, health, and agriculture, the three biggest industries that single-handedly drive our nation. JFK was an inspirational presence to many at such a young age. He did what any good leader would do. He took us out of the darkness of selfishness and brought the country into the glorious sunlight of brotherhood and cooperation through the foundation of the Peace Corps and his service as a naval officer in World War II. Shifting to a more local scope, our school offers a variety of organizations with a multitude of students in each who serve as a member with pride. Some notable organizations are Outreach, which is an organization that specializes in community service, as well as FBLA, FFA, and many of our sports organizations that serve relentlessly at the local food pantry and participate in Meals on Wheels. Another impactful club is the Student Council, which is a group designated to cater to serve specifically to the needs of the student body. For those of you with a smartphone, take it out and hold it in your hand, or think about the feeling of it in your hand. At any moment, you have access to over 40 million Wikipedia articles in 293 languages and 30 million songs on iTunes, Apple Music, Amazon, and Spotify. For my audience who enjoys using social media, in just a single minute, 65,972 posts are made on Instagram. Studies have shown that a teen's daily screen time amounts to years of your life. With those alarming statistics in mind, take a moment to ask yourself, how am I spending my time and what is my purpose in life? Individuals can use some of this time instead in simple ways to serve, such as opening the door for someone, helping someone carry groceries, or offering time to people who may need a little boost. Many of us question on a daily basis our self-worth and if we are using our time to its fullest potential. There is no real answer to those questions. King Benjamin shared the following words with his people: "Ye may learn that when ye are in the service of your fellow beings, ye are only in the service of your God." If you are one who struggles with giving your time to an event or organization you don't like, just remember there is always a deeper meaning. Many local organizations, such as other food pantries, Habitat for Humanity, or the hospital, rely on volunteers to help run aspects of their companies. So volunteering even 30 minutes of your time makes a huge difference to these places, more than you can imagine. Another simple way to get involved is to find an organization that speaks to you, an organization you cannot help but fall in love with. When we journey through life, our priorities change. Currently, they may be focused on getting an education, your athletic career, or work life. In later years, this perspective may shift to getting married, having children, and getting older. As I reflect on my life, I can confidently say that I have spent countless hours dedicated to service, because serving is what truly fills my heart. Following today, ask yourself these questions. How can I make more time to serve others? What ways can I show service in my everyday life? And how will my service benefit others? This morning, I will leave you with the following words from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Everybody can be great because anybody can serve. You don't have to receive a college degree to serve. You don't have to make your subject and verb agree to serve. You only need a heart full of grace, a soul generated by love. Thank you.
I light the green candle of leadership. highlight the green candle of leadership. Leadership is more than a title. It's a positive influence that impacts peers and people around us. It is taking initiative to do more and not settle when there is a higher feat to meet. When our country was founded, the strong leaders at the time were able to push through uncertainty in order to achieve what they wanted for this nation. Just like George Washington, we must take a step in the direction in which we choose to go and create the path ahead. A true leader knows sacrifice, yielding their personal interests for the interests of others. They inspire peers and foster collaboration throughout their community. Our school proves time and time again how leadership drives community success and fellowship within peers, as our Red Army has been noticed for their sportsmanship and our student organizations recognized for outstanding commitment. Leadership is not just the outward awe and wonder. It has personal down moments as well. Difficulty is something that all leaders must face, as they must step forward to begin a movement, even when they are met with disagreements and pushback. Still, a leader trains and aids another to reach their goals of success. We are able to visually see the mentors and mentees in our district as they work together to foster growth. But other students do not truly interact with those who make them better. They simply watch as our school leaders act and do it themselves, finding their confidence in the process. Do not assume all leaders are the same. Some are found in front of crowds, giving people the inspiration to use their voice, while others are building foundations for future growth in others, not being directly at the face of something, but still someone of admiration. Our goal is to lead with empathy, to understand and connect with people who help to build us as much as we build them. Leaders are not born. They are created out of scared people who push themselves to do more, and they find their true value for all of their skills they learn by being a leader, which can be of use to them in their years beyond high school. As members of the National Honor Society, we hold tight to these attributes of leadership, creating an environment of people who can stand with us to achieve our goals, build a strong community, and leave a meaningful impact on the world.
I light the gold candle of scholarship. I light the gold candle of scholarship. When most people hear the word scholarship, they think of grades, test scores, monetary funds, or academic awards. But the true scholarship is so much more than your grades on Infinite Campus or your academic transcripts. It is about curiosity, determination, and the desire to learn and seek growth in your academic and individual self. Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, "Scholarship is to be created not by compulsion, but by awakening a true interest in knowledge." Scholarship means having the motivation to go beyond what is expected in the classroom, such as staying a few extra minutes after class to ask a question, seeking tutor help, rereading the chapter to better understand the content, or seeing challenges not as obstacles, but as opportunities to improve. It is about continuous effort, the kind that does not always show up on paper, but helps to build discipline and resilience over time. Being a scholar is not just about what we learn in textbooks or in the classroom. It is about how we apply what we learn in our everyday lives. It is about thinking critically, creatively solving problems, and using our own educational knowledge to make a difference in our society. Scholarship also allows us to ask why, to seek truth in our world, and to never stop learning, no matter how much knowledge we have already taken in. True scholarship also reflects gratitude. Gratitude for the teachers who inspire us, the families who encourage us daily, and the classmates who challenge us to be better. It reminds us that education is not something to take for granted, but a gift and a privilege that helps us shape our future years. Within the National Honor Society, scholarship lays the groundwork for every other pillar. Our service becomes more purposeful when guided by our own understanding. Leadership becomes stronger when supported by our knowledge, and character grows deeper when we are open to learning from others and our own experiences through countless trial and errors. Let us remember that scholarship does not end with good grades, graduation, or acceptance into our dream university. It is a lifelong commitment to stay curious, continue to ask questions, and continue to learn from the growth of knowledge that our world provides us. The best scholars are not those who know the most, but those who are willing to always learn more.
The GCMS Concert Choir will now sing My Days, arranged by McHuff and conducted by Miss Monreal.
The new members of the National Honor Society are chosen each year from the juniors and seniors who have at least a 3.3 grade point average. The faculty rates these students on the traits of character, leadership, and service. An appointed faculty council reviews the rating sheets and makes a final decision for membership. Please come forward as your names are called to receive your pin and sign the Constitution. Marin Berry. Lane Byers. Addison Farmer. Aiden Killian. Alyssa Morgan. Logan Ward. Trent Weatherall. Jackson Wright. Jason Christensen. Kason DeFries. Evan Killian. Josephine Kleist. Graydon Leonard. Kate McCall. London Roderick. Lillian Sizemore.
You have been chosen for membership in the William M. Lloyd chapter of the National Honor Society by the faculty. You have heard the meaning of the keystone and the torch, as well as the ideals of character, scholarship, leadership, and service. If you are willing to become members and uphold these ideals, rise and remain standing to read the pledge in unison with me. I pledge to uphold the high purpose of the National Honor Society to which I have been selected. I will be true to the principles for which it stands. I will be loyal to my school and will maintain and encourage high standards of scholarship, leadership, service, and character.
I now present the new members of the William M. Lloyd chapter of the National Honor Society to the faculty, students, and guests of the Gibson City Melvin Sibley High School. Thank you for helping us honor this year's new inductees. Please join us in singing the GCMS Fidelity, led by Ms. Monreal and by the GCMS Choir. Thank you. At this time, the student body should report to their second hour class. Families of the attendees, please remain in the gym for pictures.